If you're unhappy with your life, watch this story till the end. It might change your perspective forever. Once upon a time, a small sparrow sat quietly on a rooftop, feeling miserable. Her feathers were plain brown, and no one seemed to notice her. As she stared into the sky with sadness in her eyes, a wise old master with a long white beard and deep wisdom in his face happened to pass by. He noticed the little bird looking disheartened and gently asked, "Little one, why are you so sad?" The sparrow sighed and said, "Oh, wise master, I'm tired of being so ordinary. My feathers are dull, my voice is plain, people barely notice me. But look at the hummingbird, and she's colorful, graceful, and everyone loves watching her. I wish I could be her." The old master smiled kindly and said, "My dear sparrow, I understand how you feel. But before I grant your wish, I want you to visit the hummingbird and ask her if she's truly happy. Sometimes what we see on the outside isn't the full story." Curious and hopeful, the sparrow flew to a beautiful garden where the hummingbird was fluttering around flowers. She greeted her and said, "You are so beautiful, so graceful. You must be the happiest bird in the world." The hummingbird smiled, but her wings trembled with exhaustion. "I may look beautiful," she said, "but do you know how hard my life is? I must flap my wings over 50 times per second just to stay in the air. I barely get to rest, and people only admire me for a moment before moving on. I wish I were like the nightingale. She's adored for her melodious voice and brings peace to those who hear her." Intrigued, the sparrow flew to a quiet forest where the nightingale was perched on a branch, singing under the moonlight. The sparrow said, "Your voice is magical. Everyone praises your songs. Surely you must be the happiest bird in the world." The nightingale looked down, her eyes filled with sadness. "My songs may touch hearts, but they come from loneliness. I sing in the dark while the world sleeps. I have no one to sing with, and some try to trap me just to hear my song on command. Sometimes I wish I were like the eagle, powerful, free, and able to soar wherever he wishes." Hearing this, the sparrow flew off to find the eagle high up in the mountains. When she finally found him resting on a cliff, she said, "Oh, mighty eagle, you're powerful and fly higher than any other bird. You must be the happiest of all." The eagle looked down with heavy eyes and said, "Power has its price. I live alone. The higher I fly, the lonelier it gets, and I'm always hunted by people who want my feathers or to display me as a trophy. Sometimes I wish I could live a simple, peaceful life, like a sparrow." The sparrow was stunned. She had never realized that others might admire what she had, her freedom, her community, her peaceful life. She flew back to the wise old master and said, "Oh, wise one, I don't want to be anyone else anymore. I now understand that everyone has their own struggles, even if their life seems perfect from the outside. I'm happy being who I am, a sparrow." The master smiled gently and said, "That is the kind of wisdom many search for their whole lives, and you have found it today. We often compare ourselves to others, thinking their lives are better. But everyone has hidden struggles. The life you're living may be the one someone else is wishing for. True happiness begins when you stop comparing and start appreciating your own journey."